Welcome back to UnKind TV, everyone. We're George and Martha.
Hello.
And today, we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 14, Episode 18. Wild Wild Key West.
Cute.
We are continuing where we left off. The other ladies are trying to do damage control, meaning Gina and Emily and Bronwyn, and Kelly says, "Did I go low?" "Yes, I did, because I wanted to get her to shut up." And Gina's like, "But she's like really had your back, like she really has." And I think Gina thinks that's true, but we know that that's absolutely not the case. She pretends to have Kelly's back. She's the one who starts these fires and then goes, no, I'm the one with the fire extinguisher. I was the one putting it out. She throws matches everywhere and everyone's on fire. They're like, "Look at all these flames. There's a huge fire. Call 911. I had the extinguisher. Shh. I'm a hero. Do you get it? I was sticking up for you." Bronwyn wants Kelly to talk to Tamara because she feels like they have a bond. They can get through this. Kelly immediately just diffuse. I don't know what clicks in her mind that she needs to approach them with kindness.
It's bizarre.
It is weird. And she tells Tamara, "I owe you the biggest apology right now." And Tamara's like, "I don't know what I did to deserve this." She's hugging her. Tamara's not really hugging back. She's sort of doing crocodile tears. She's like, "I was sticking up for you. I was sticking up for you." And Kelly's just like, "I just wanted you to shut up. I just wanted you to shut your mouth and get like you have to stop talking about me. That's why I did the Jim Bellino thing." Tamara starts giving Kelly, as usual, her own version of events. "They made it sound like you attacked someone." Then we see what was actually said. "She was in a bar fight. She made it sound like you were abusing someone. Then Vicky just said you threw your mom down the stairs." But you leave out the part where you prompted Vicky to say that by telling her the funeral thing. Like, just a bunch of lies. Then she says that Bronwyn made her look bad by saying she got in a fight with, Dr. Reagan in front of his son. And we know this is all not true. She makes herself the hero of this story, leaves out any part where she has any kind of culpability. And she says, "What Kelly has done, this is affecting our home and my bank account. Oh. This could affect us for years."
You know what? Good. I hope you end up back in the trailer park.
I know who could play her.
Who?
Reese Witherspoon.
Yep.
So Shannon's watching this from afar, very angry. Vicky comes out going, "Are we going to Key West? I thought we were going to Key West. Fun. What? Key West. I want key lime pie.
Helpful.
With Suzuki."
Exactly. It's her favorite.
Shannon gets a talking head where she's like, "I don't know why Tamara's hugging Kelly, but I'm not in a place at all where I could hug her. You stay away." Shannon's mad. I get why Shannon's mad, because Shannon is a fool. And Shannon gets played by Tamara over and over and over. Kelly told Shannon the truth. She chose to take Tamara's side. Tammy Sue has Shannon wrapped around her finger, tells her all the way there in her ear, "Our lawyer says we can't talk to her. Anything we say can be used against us. Don't even make eye contact with her." And Shannon goes along with it. Tells her, "I can't hear you," in the club. And then what does Tammy Sue do? "We're good. I love you." Shannon's looking like,
I would too.
"You've been dusted." But now she deserves it.
It's
Fool me
on
once.
you.
You've been fooled 100 times. No.
And she obviously still hasn't learned her lesson.
The ladies have split off into different cars to head to Key West. It's funny how Gina did everything she could to pledge to be in the sorority with the Trace Amoebas, and yet she's always kicked out. They're going down, she's in the other car. But she's in the better car.
She is.
She really is. It's like, Gina, give it up with those hags. Just please. They're evil. They really are. Shannon's like halfway.
Lost.
Yes. Shannon's the one who got sucked into the bad crowd. The other two, though, the leaders of the amoebas, no. The amoebas are wearing, what do you call that? Scarves?
Head scarves, or I don't know.
You know, this, with the glasses on. They look like Thelma and Louise. It's to protect themselves, the convertible. They think they're so cute, like they're in Greece. They're the pink ladies. That's going to be the next thing.
Oh, yeah.
"We're like the pink ladies. I think I'm a real Rizzo." They get spotted by Emily, and Emily goes, "Yeah, they look like Thelma and Louise, but like the geriatric version." And then they're like passing each other driving, and Kelly screams, "Look, it's Thelma and Louise. Jump off the cliff." See, this is the type of thing that if somebody heard it, they'd be running with it. "Did that Kelly daughter say she wants us to jump off a cliff?"
That's a threat.
While Vicky's driving, Shannon's like, whoa, what's this? She seems to have Vicky's phone. And then Tamara has it. She's like, "Oh, it's that girl Kelly got in the fight with. She's showing you all her ails, and they seem to, on the surface, think this is a really bad thing. Like, Vicky, why are you talking to this girl? It's never a good thing to make someone look bad. Oh no, Tamara. Poor Kelly gets car sick, and they pull over while the tres amibas are driving along, screaming and cackling. We just see Kelly. Go ahead. His gag work is...
Thank you.
That's a sight to
I
behold.
learned it from my grandmother.
Tres amibas are crossing the 7-mile bridge. For those of you who have not been to Key West, there is this really long, scary bridge that connects you down to that little island. I was terrified of it when I was little because you're so close to the ocean. There's like nothing.
I've gone across that. I don't even remember.
I remember standing on that thing that says 90 miles to Cuba with my grandfather.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you have a picture?
Probably somewhere. I think I do. He never got to go back. He left during the revolution,
Yeah.
and so like he never got to go back, and he just stood there like looking out, like that's the closest he'd ever get.
Oh, that's sad.
It was very sad, and he told me, he's like, look, that's my home. They all get to the hotel. I don't know what's with Bravo chinsing out lately with the hotel arrangements.
Yes.
It's always like, there's 3 rooms and then 2 of you are going to have to share. So, or like, you know. In the hotel, Bronwyn informs ladies that they're going to the show, you know, where the men dress as women, a drag show, like, yeah. And Bronwyn says, if I were a drag queen, my name would be Bosoms Galore. And I think we all know what my talent would be. And then they flash back to her lactating, and then in her talking head, she goes, ew.
Fortunately, she can't be a drag queen.
Gina and Emily are getting ready together in the bathroom, and Emily's laughing about the names of Gina's makeup products. She's like, these are appropriate. What is this? Angry, volatile. And she's like, so I love Gina's quiet, serious voice. It's like the one we get in the Talking Heads when she's talking about Matt, like he was crying. Like, speaking of volatile, like I really am like freaking out about like what's been happening, like with Vicky talking to that girl that like Kelly got in a fight with. Like we were by the pool and like she was like texting with her and like oh, we gotta talk to her, like we gotta tell her, but like Kelly's gonna murder her. Like it's bad. It's bad. She also, I mean, Gina's got like 5 different accents.
She does. I've noticed that.
I don't even know if she's trying to be funny or if this is just how she speaks. But at one point, she's just like, I ain't gonna like glue this lash on or these drag queens are gonna tear me up. Kelly calls Jolie. She's like, I don't have math tomorrow. She's like, you don't have math tomorrow? Yeah, we don't have a priest. You don't have a priest? Said mass. Oh, I thought you said math. That was very relatable.
It was. And then on to Vicky.
Vicky. She's like, I really hate Vicky. I hate her. I know, I hate her too, but I have to be nice because I'm on a trip. While Vicky Havisham says she doesn't want to be old. She's like, are you sure you want to go to this drag show? I mean, And Jen's like, yeah, well, it's been a long day. I don't want to miss anything. Vicky's like, I hate being the oldest one. Where did that come from? That's her whole problem.
Yeah.
She said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was her original tagline. I don't want to get old. The better half of this gang,
The decent half.
the decent one, Kelly, Gina, Emily, and Bronwyn, are wandering around waiting for the tres amibas who are just like not showing up. They just do whatever they want. And Kelly's like, we've spent enough time waiting for them. Let's just go. They pull up. They get to the drag club. Emily's like, oh, look, they're already here. And it's drag queen outside.
Emily's so good. She's been, these past few episodes, she's been sort of very subdued, sort of in the background, but she comes up with these quips that I enjoy.
She's reminding me very much of the last season of New York with Tinsley. Tinsley would be very polite and well-behaved and then get in these digs at Luann.
Yes.
Well, I think I have been a little bit worried about myself. Narcissistic.
Yeah.
The Tres Amibas are now on their way. We're in the car with them, and Shannon is starting to get a little bit misty-eyed. She's like, oh, yes, parades in the street. I do remember David Bador saying something about that.
That's such a hint of Shannon Bedore.
Parades
lie.
in the street. I'm reminded of David Bador, but this is about me.
I had a difficult time in that little scene because they had all that shit on their chests.
You know, what registers to me in, like, passing, I know to you, when it's on the breast area, is a much bigger deal.
No, it has nothing to do with just because of the breast area. There's sparkles.
It's just for you.
On Vic.
It's just for you. They do it because they know that you have this thing with breasts lately.
No, but it wasn't on their breast, Martha. That was like up here.
It was on Tamara's. Tamara had it all like.
Oh, I saw it on
cleavage.
Vicky's.
It's just, it looks pathetic.
It's something that my sister would wear when she's sober.
Tamara pretends she's concerned. Is this hard for you being here? Like you thought it would
my
be?
God.
And Janen's like, I am a bit cansada. And they give her a subtitle, meaning, it means I'm tired. Cansada is I'm tired. I'm a bit cansada. I love Shannon speaking Spanish. She's C3PO. You just push a button. She's like, hola, mis manos.
How did we forget about the Shannon C3PO?
I have not forgotten. Gina is in great spirit. She's like, I love this. This is like amazing. I feel like I'm at home. Like sequins. It's just like Long Island. It occurred to me she's in a good mood because she's back together with Matt. She's getting laid. She's all happy. He's giving her the attention she wants.
She's convinced that he's a changed man.
I mean, it is nice to see her in good spirits.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not nice to know what's about to happen.
Yes, exactly. But at least we know that she's okay now and she's with a nice guy. I think. I hope.
Hopefully.
Kelly and Gina are interacting with the drag queen. Kelly's yelling out things about like, yeah, I got a new job. Got this and that. And then Gina's saying, yeah, rock bottom. Yep, I mean rock bottom.
I just got out of jail.
Just got out of jail. Rock bottom, baby. They're having a ball. Shannon is saying something about being at the end. She's like, this is what you do when you don't want to be near people. You sit in the line. Gina says, she's like, I feel like if I was a drag queen, like, I'd have some, like, extra fancy name, like Georgina Lacroix.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Well, LaCroix is that drink.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think in my head of, like, other possibilities she would think of, like, things that she considers to be fancy, like Roberta Perrier.
I actually would make a really good drag queen, and I have a really good drag name. Would you like to hear it, Martha?
Oh, I'm acquainted with this character.
Oh, that's right. Belle Palsy.
Would you like to show... Sorry, I have to fix your famous mess.
How do I have to show it? Okay.
Oh, Belle, will life ever get easier for me?
Well, I don't know if it will get easier for you because things just keep going south for me. You know, I lost my oxygen tank last week and I haven't been able to catch my breath since. But you know what? I'm an American and Americans survive. I got 3 cats at home and I'm a big pussy. It's still coming along.
I love the name.
What would your drag name be?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I have like the whole thing.
Okay, I'm nervous.
All right. My drag name would be
What?
Countess Luann de Lesseps. I'd have a cabaret show, and I'd have songs like Chic C'est la vie, and Money Can't Buy You Glass, and Feeling Giovanni. Vicky Gunvalson is none too amused by the drag show. I mean, I just don't get this whole thing. I mean, boys dressing as girls, girls dressing as men. Sorry, drags.
She wanted to say something else.
Sorry, drags. Well, I think Vicky Gunvalson is just the Archie Bunker of Orange County.
100%.
I feel like she relates to that show a lot.
Uh-huh.
I kept imagining her singing the theme.
Okay, go.
Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men.
That's it.
The ladies are at a bar. Bravo chooses to do some artistic editing. It's called the Chum Bucket, but the H is not lit up, so it is therefore called Cum Bucket. Gina tells Tamara, she's like, listen, like, I really am not comfortable with, like, Vicky talking to that girl that, like, Kelly got in a fight with. Like, that's bad. And then Kelly's talking to Vicky. She's like, hey, how much is it for, like, long-term life insurance? You know, like, for a year. $6,000. She's like, I'm trying to kill her with kindness. Not for long. Shannon comes over to Gina. She knows something's going on, and Gina is telling Shannon, she's like, I'm just like, this is not good. Like, it's like when you know someone's like about to commit a crime and you know it, like, I can't not tell my friend this. It's like a really low blow. Vicky gets into it, and she's like, listen, like, I gotta tell my friend. And Vicky's like, are you defending Kelly? You're defending Kelly? You're not part of this. Just stay out of it. Stay out of it. Well, Vicky's nervous now. She knows. Vicky's getting madder and madder at Gina. She doesn't understand why Gina wants to tell Kelly what happened. Shannon takes it upon herself to go right over.
Her best friend.
Yep, she just tells Kelly everything. And in her talking, and she's like, look, I was stopping a bomb from becoming a nuke. Who's gonna tell Shannon, graduate of USC, that a nuke is a bomb?
She actually went to USC?
You just made sure that you reported it. You had to insert yourself and tell her.
That's it.
She's talking to the girl that you had the fight with.
You've been so angry at Kelly for the past 2 episodes, and then you just have to be a good friend and go and insert yourself.
She wasn't being a good friend. She just wanted...
No, I'm being sarcastic.
She wanted to get to her before Gina did. Vicky gets to talking to her where she says, I am scared of Kelly Dodd. I mean, physically afraid. I've heard things. I don't want to spread rumors and repeat things, but I have heard from many, many people that she's had quite a few physical altercations.
At least she's not stating it as fact. At least she's learned that. She's heard.
Yeah,
she doesn't
word on the street. Okay, Vicky. Vicky and Kelly just, boom. That's it. Vicky starts telling Kelly, she's like, you heard people. She's like, you heard people with cancer. You're a con woman. I've never conned anybody. I've never conned anybody in my life. Kelly, I'm so proud of for remaining calm. She's like, you are a con woman.
You're
you con little old ladies out of money. You're a liar. I never conned anybody in my life. I'm not a con woman. I'm not a con woman. You hurt people. Go ahead. You want to hit somebody? Hit me. Go ahead. Hit me. And she does, put your arm up. She goes, what? No. Why would I want to hit you, Vicky? Why would I hit you?
She touched her hand.
You bitch, you're this, you're that. You're a slut, you slut. You slut.
That says so much.
Okay, you con woman. It's all over the press. It's all over the press. You con someone. I was conned.
Do you think she is a con woman?
Yes.
You do think that that's true?
I think in general, people in insurance sales have to be a little bit... I know there are good people that genuinely sell insurance because a lot of people really need it. I think Vicky's a con woman. Yes. What kind of explanation was that? An 82-year-old woman, her daughter's suing me because she says, like, she's not getting her claim paid, but the problem is that the company went out of business, and that's that. Yeah, I'm sure she does feel like she was defrauded. Imagine if you paid into life insurance. Actually, this just happened to my grandma. She's paid for this life insurance policy for like 30 years, and they just sent her a letter saying, oh, we don't exist anymore, so you don't have the policy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they can do that. That's why this woman is suing. I think Vicky did something similar where it's like, oh, no.
How much was she spending a year?
I don't know. Quite a bit. You pay into it. Oil.
Shit.
Yeah, who's to stop that from happening?
That's disgusting.
Vicky has to be taken outside. She goes, get me out of here. I'm going to hit her. Oh, I thought Kelly Dodd was the one that was so scary.
Yeah.
And yet you're the one. She's totally calm, non-threatening. You stuck your arm in her face. You screamed at her. She didn't raise her voice. You're screaming, physically aggressive, and now saying you're going to hit her. She leaves. Kelly starts to cry. Saying, why is everybody attacking me?
I felt bad. It reminded
why is she making it worse?
Reminded me of Ireland. Her first season, they went to Ireland and were horrible.
Tamara's walking outside with Vicky and Shannon, and Shannon's like, well, that was messy. I kind of started it. Tamara goes, what was Gina's motivation for bringing this up? What do you think, Tammy Sue? What do you think? Her motivation is that Vicky is texting with the woman who was attacked by her friend. Like, I mean, that's just horrible. That could be a potential criminal case.
Yeah.
And your enemy is texting with this person. Of course she was going to say something. What was her motivation? Shut it.
Zip.
Shut it. Zip.
Clip.
Vicky just wants to go home. She keeps screaming. She's now in the street. At this point, in the bar, I believe she was genuinely mad and screaming. Outside, she's just continuing to put on a show.
Like
to the point
child.
that Tamara and Shannon are like, she just keeps going, I am not a con woman. I was conned. I'm not a con woman.
You remind me of someone.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're going to say. Yep. She continues to scream, and Shannon just goes, okay, got it, Trace Amiga. Very good C-3PO droid.
The other thing that I noticed was, even prior to Shannon saying anything, she's just on her phone texting while Vicky has this embarrassing little meltdown. I would be so embarrassed.
It's all fake.
It is all fake, but even so, it's embarrassing. And the stuff on her chest, you know why it's gross? It looks like she's sweating.
I can't stand her. I really can't stand her. This behavior, it's so shrill. It's one thing to actually be in a real fight. It's another to be just putting on a show where you're making a scene in the street for no reason. It's not like when Bethany lost it. Cabaret! You're a sicko! That was real, genuine screaming. This is just...
a child.
Yeah. Now that it's the next day, everyone's kind of just decompressing, and Emily tells Kelly it's very clear that Vicky thought she had this whole thing under wraps, talking to the woman that Kelly got in the fight with, because the only reason Shannon said something was that Vicky never knew that Tamara was going to repeat it. So Shannon had to run and just get it out there first. But she's like, oh, so Shannon was just being calculating. She was never going to tell me out of the goodness of her heart.
No.
It was that Vicky did not count on her trace amoeba reporting it. Oh, now you've been burned by the Tam rat. You don't like it when Tammy Sue does it to you. Vicky's talking to Tamara in her room. Do you think I should apologize for talking to the woman? Just like, look, just stop doing it and like, maybe just let things run its course. Oh, so you're encouraging her not to apologize. She absolutely 100% should send a resolute apology she should send screenshots telling this woman, do not contact me ever again, you're blocked.
Yes.
I want nothing to do with you. That's the only way Kelly will forgive you. But no, this really is like a shitty trip. I keep thinking like this is trash compared to some of the trips they take. How come the Beverly Hills women... Remember the trip they took? They were in France.
Yeah, they used to always go on, like...
beautiful trips. This is, like, really... This is pretty low.
This is bad.
It's pretty depressing.
I guess Vicky had said at BravoCon that...
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I kind of had this thought, like, that I would like to waste away in Margaritaville. Like, sometimes I just want to get away from New York and be, like, an unknown hiding out somewhere near the Hemingway house. Drinking myself to death and just sitting on the beach.
Doing that, yeah.
Just disappear one day. Nobody knows what became of me, and I'm just hiding out in Key West.
I think about that, but doing it in a cabin in the woods.
So they're on these floating tiki bar things. I
never seen one before, never heard of one before.
And then they stop over some sandbars where you can kind of just like wade in the water up to your waist.
Yeah, Vicky got her to pee.
Well, they're having these two separate conversations. Shannon and Gina are talking to Vicky about an engagement party. Kelly's mad. Kelly's telling Tamara, what's wrong with Vicky? Why can't she just leave me alone? Why is she just talking about me? Tamara's like, well, she actually told me she was going to apologize to you.
You're such a bitch. You're such a bitch.
Yeah, so Vicky hops out to urinate in the water. Right, she's appalled by Bronwyn sexy dancing with men, but she just has no problem saying, I'm peeing! Thanks, we all needed to know that. Gross. I mean, I know people pee in the ocean, but really you're announcing this? Yeah. I don't need to know. Bronwyn gets stung on the ass by some kind of sponge that causes a chemical burn. This is why I don't go in the ocean. I hate the ocean. It's beautiful.
Do you?
I love to walk near it. I love to look at it. I do not go in. That is an ancient primal place. That is not my habitat. This is what happens when you go in. I like my safety on the sand.
It's not that bad though.
You could go in. I watch your things. I'm happy to watch everybody's stuff.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll take your bag. I'll sit here, put my feet in.
Somebody needs to do it. So
let it be me. You can all get eaten by sharks and I'll be the last man standing.
We're not that lucky, Martha.
Finally, a decent fight on OC. This has been a worthy episode. So, the ladies are back on their tiki bars because they all fled the water after Bronwyn got stung. They're like, Vicky, just apologize. And Kelly's like, I just want them to stop talking about me. And then her phone rings. She goes, oh, it's Michael. She's reading the message. She's like, hey, Vicky, Michael says he has a lot of dirt on you. Your engagement's going to implode in 2 seconds. You're a horrible person, Kelly Dodd. Why can't you be happy for me? Why can't you be happy? I'm on the phone with Michael, you fucking pig!
Oh, I did not see this coming.
No. She continues. She goes, look at the color in it. The other women are like, Kelly, stop. Kelly, that's a low blow. No. Yeah, look at your color and your fucking blush. Fit right in, because she's all in pink.
Yeah. And then Emily gets the talking head.
Emily says, don't attack Vicky on looks because that's mean. Attack her character because that sucks.
I agree with Emily. But you know what, Vicky, you have this coming.
So big time. After you go through this whole bullshit, I surrender. We have a history, you and I surrender. I'm a better person. I love you, Kelly Dodd. That was low to start getting into it, and that was sneaky. Now all bets are off. Normally I'd say, no, take the high road. Don't call her a pig.
And she's been trying to take the high road, but we all know that Kelly failed anger management, and this is how she is.
Vicky definitely pushed this to the limit. And you know what? She tried to get her to hit her. She called her a slut.
Yes.
That's okay.
And then we have friggin' Tamra, lying to,
Don't attack her looks. How about tell Vicky not to start trying to get Kelly in legal trouble by texting a woman she had a bar fight with off the show? Mind your business. Why don't you go pay that 82-year-old?
Yeah.
Tammy Sue starts swinging. That's mean, Kelly. That's really mean, Kelly. That's not necessary. You don't have to be so dirty.
Necessary.
That's not necessary. Oh, yeah, that's so mean. Maybe you should have told Vicky to apologize instead of telling her privately that she should just let this run its course. Are you happy it's running its course now, Tamra?
She's happy.
Oh, you're thrilled. And then we get, fuck you, Kelly Dodd. Fuck you, Kelly.
And then we get just a shot of the poor guy running the barge or whatever.
Yeah, Gina has this talking, which is like, there is no consideration for, like, other people here are just, like, trying to enjoy their vacation. Like, calm down, bitches. The thing is, I don't see any other people. I see, like, it looks like they're on a place on Long Island that's, like, made to look like they're in Key West. They look like they're in somebody's backyard in a pool in like an inflatable tiki thing, and there's a strip mall behind them.
Yeah,
there's literally a strip mall there, and an ambulance goes by. She goes, come take Kelly Dodd, take her. Back at the hotels, Vicky's walking in with the other amoebas, and she says, do I really look like a pig? No, don't even say that. I don't know if she sincerely is hurt or if she's just like looking for more sympathy. Do I really look like a pig?
I think she's been through this so many times that she's not hurt.
I think she's immune now. Yeah, I kind of do. I think she's just looking to milk it.
Like, she just seemed tired.
Well, they have this really sad engagement party because there's a cake waiting for them in the room. And she's like, is that from Kelly? No, the hotel. Happy engagement to
Reminded me of an engagement party I went to once.
The tres amigas are like, we're going to skip dinner. We need to just like let things die down because this was a perfect example of how Kelly just can't control her anger.
Oh, shut up.
Bronwyn goes to Kelly and she goes like, why do you get like that? Why do you get to a 10? And Kelly admits she has an anger problem, and Bronwyn's like, but you don't need to be that way because your character will show through. You don't need to be hurtful. You don't need to yell and scream. She's right. She's saying every time you let loose, they just pin everything on you. When Vicky's really the one who did the dirty deed. But now nobody's going to think about that. They're going to think about you being the louder one.
Calling her a pig.
Yep. Gina and Emily are afraid to go to dinner with everyone, and Gina FaceTimes with Tamra. It almost feels like there's lost footage. We go from this, and then it jumps to the night.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It felt like, because Gina FaceTimes with Tamra and says, I'm going to come over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's dinner with Emily, Kelly, and Bronwyn. Oh, well, we know how that turned out. I don't know where Gina is. She's probably trapped with the tres amibas when, like, I really don't think you look like a pig.
Yeah.
It's all right. And then at this dinner, when Emily and Bronwyn are ordering, they're having loaded fries, which sounds delicious, but Bronwyn makes a big point about saying, I want cheese. Today I want processed cheese. You went on and on a couple of weeks ago about how you have a dairy problem. Do you have any dairy alternatives? I just don't like that. It's like, do you have an allergy or do you have a preference?
Very common.
Just be clear. Like, I feel like it's not nice to people that have these severe allergies. I knew a kid in my school who died from a dairy allergy.
Oh, really?
Yes. From a little piece of cheese.
Oh, wow.
They put it in a taco by accident. Boom, gone. Kelly kind of got emotional. She totally admits that she has an anger problem. And she says it's because she grew up with all these cousins and a mom with a bad temper. And she's like, I learned that being vindictive and hitting below the belt meant you won. And I could so relate to that because my father's the one with a really bad temper. And he throws low blows. And so, like, I grew up seeing that. And my mom would be so hurt by the things he'd say. And I'd perceive that as, oh, he won.
Yeah.
So then I started to hit him like that. And both of them. And then as I grew into adulthood, I realized, like, I'm not nice when I fight with people. This is not a normal fight. Like, I say vicious, vindictive, mean, cruel things.
It's unnecessary, as Tamara would say.
Well, as I've matured a bit, I do try to like now be vulnerable. Like I will just tell people my feelings are very hurt because I don't like the conflict. I don't necessarily need to feel like I won anymore. I just want it over. I'm hurt by XYZ you said because I'm insecure about this particular issue. And I feel like Kelly's trying to get there, and she makes a really good point when she says, at least I'm aware of my issues, unlike these other people. Bingo.
And that's it.
That's why I love her.
Yep, me too. She's one of my favorites.
Okay, well, Gina did indeed get stuck with the trace amoebas, but she says she loves it. She says that they're like really funny because like one of them always needs like a foot cream or like medication or like reading glasses, like orthopedic shoes.
Yeah.
Like it's only half a minute being with these old ladies. It's like Gina, they're like 15 years old.
I know.
Like, what is she, 35?
I know, yeah.
And they're like 50?
But I mean, she has the mentality of a 15-year-old.
Even I use reading glasses.
Yeah.
And foot cream.
I mean, you are 65, though.
They decide to focus on Gina and Matt.
Tamra decides.
Let's talk about Matt. She tells Gina flat out, I think you need to get back with him. You need to give him another chance because, like, I see pictures of you. There's a sparkle in your eyes.
So you're stupid. Is she stupid too, or does she want more drama?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think she knows Matt's a bad guy. They all know it. This is where I see a distinction between Tammy Sue and Shannon. A lot of you say Shannon's just as bad. No, she's not.
No, she's not. That's the problem.
You will never be able to convince me or show me an example of Shannon Bedour being malicious. Stupid? Yes. Tamrat is so malicious, and you can see it now. Tammy Sue is all about give him another chance. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Tammy Sue. Stand by your man. Thank you. Shannon is like really upset by this, and Tammy Sue's like, why are you rolling your eyes? What's that about? What's it about? That Matt is a fucking asshole. They know that. They know that he's abusive and that he's tortured her and that now he's trying to win her back. And you're telling her, go back with him? And she's like, I know, he'll never ever cheat on me again. Like, I just know there's something in him. And Shannon's like, look, honey, I'm not rolling my eyes. I knew David wouldn't cheat on me either, and then he did. She's worried about her, and I feel like she's very genuinely caring. It's not just projecting her own experience.
No.
She sees the same naive, hopeful look.
Yep.
She's triggered by it, and Tammy Sue needs to shut her face.
But then what did Vicky say? Vicky said something,
Vicky was kind of
something
more...
about a happy home.
Oh, yeah. Well, Shannon got really triggered because Vicky... What happens is that Gina says she doesn't think Matt will cheat, but she's like, but like what I'm worried about, and she kind of takes it between her and Shannon's like, I'm worried about him. Like, she kind of shuts Tammy Sue out. I'm worried about him like checking out. Like, I'm gonna make that commitment. Like, I'm 100% with you again, and then he's gonna like mentally check out. And Vicky goes,
it's the most serious I've ever seen her too.
And Vicky's like, well, they don't check out when they're in a happy home. And Shannon's like, I take offense to that because I had a happy home and that's not why David checked out, okay? There's many reasons. She feels blamed.
Shannon tried very hard to make that marriage work.
Vicky did tell Gina, like, time will tell. As my mother would say, you end up where you're supposed to be. At least she's more middle of the road than Tammy Sue telling her to get back with this guy. What an idiot. Tammy, not only are you a bitch and an asshole and a malicious person that everybody wants off the show, but you're just like, I hope you're proud that you just told this woman who then very shortly thereafter became a victim of a horrible domestic violence attack that she should absolutely get back together with that guy who previously had been violent toward her.
Yeah.
And then they get into this discussion about, and Tamara says this. She knew it was time to end things with Simon when it affected the kids. Oh, you don't think Gina's kids have been affected by this? And then Shannon starts saying, my kids heard things that they weren't supposed to hear. And Gina looks like she's going to cry because she knows what they've heard. And Shannon is like, I have texts where they say, like, you don't think we heard you when we were in our rooms and you two were fighting, and we get the montage of the times the kids interfered. Yeah. You're not happy. Why are you so teary-eyed? What's wrong? And Shannon says in a talking head, do I think one day my kids are going to knock on my door and say, hey, you screwed me up? Yes, I do. But all I can do is try my best to make things better now.
And glad she's taking responsibility.
I love that. That's the only way you can get past things. I think you're lucky to ever get an apology from your parents.
Yeah.
You really are. I'll give my parents that. They apologized to me. It's like you can't really stay angry when you know that they messed things up and they're like, I did this, I did that, I was young, I was too immature to appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Did you ever get an apology?
I did, but I mean, by the time I got the apology, it wasn't a big deal anymore. But I remember when I was a kid, that's when I wanted it the most.
Okay, well, we have finally been rewarded for putting up with a horrible season with a great jam-packed episode. We had a little bit of everything. We had fighting, we had deep, dark drama from family problems, we had security called. So
and we had Vicky falling on her ass.
This is how we end. Bronwyn, Kelly, and Emily are all going to bed. They're being very mature.
Yeah.
Okay, let's relax. Good night. Good night. See you tomorrow, okay?
The grandparents, on the other hand.
Oh my goodness, the Trace Amoebas are wasting away again in Margaritaville. Big time. They go to the bar. Vicky is drinking from the tap. She can never act appalled at Bronwyn again. I mean, I would rather see Bronwyn humping people than see this...
Or be confused by drag queens.
This old lady sucking booze out of the tap and then insulting drag queens. You peed in the ocean, announced it to everybody, and then you drank out of the tap. So they're drunk, and then they go back to the hotel and they jump in the pool. Shannon is in her Spanx. I mean, they're making a huge scene. Security's called, and they go running out of the pool because they're in trouble. I guess they were being really rowdy. And
it's all Tamra.
Yeah, it is. And then Vicky breaks her ankle, basically. Probably just twisted it. But then Tamara's like, Vicky is the clumsiest person ever. And they show, like, all the time Vicky's fallen. It was really funny, actually. Yeah. My favorite Housewives fall, though, was Luann in the bushes.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Because Vicky's a clown. Luann thinks she's so, like, hot shit. To see her go, that was the funniest shit. They have to call an ambulance, and Vicky is just like, everything hurts, everything hurts. Oh, can you stand on one leg, ma'am?
It's almost like you've got a purty mouth. that was the accent.
She gets loaded into the ambulance screaming. She's like, I need some way to sell insurance. Whatever. I'm glad it's over. This was a great episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. We certainly did. It is almost 3:30 in the morning. My eye is twitching. I think we've had enough OC for one night. We had to double up tonight because of Thanksgiving, so we had to, like, catch up. But next week looks like so much fun. The shark. What kind of shark is that?
She was in tears.
That's why I don't go in the ocean. This is why.
You know what? The sharks were targeting them.
Oh.
Sharks were like, oh God, here goes the Bravo people.
Why didn't someone just tell Gina, baby shark, do 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 do?
I love that song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's okay. Hey,
come here,
baby shark, do do do. Oh my, where's my arm?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're delirious. Good night.
Good night.
Good day, wherever you are, what time it is.
Goodbye.
Good night. Good luck. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment. We love the comments. Sincerely, we do. You can follow us at UnKind TV on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you. We'll see you soon.